first time ever, the Honda and Yas mechanics with, for the Yas mechanics not so, because of course they have been involved in the World Touring Car Championship before with the Honda Accord Euro R. The Japanese contingent here now from the Honda factory, this will be the first time they've been involved in the repair time in the World Touring Car Championship. And that will start in just under a minute, and car's being held on the brakes. Revs rising, here we go. 5 red lights will come on, green flag waves, we are ready to rock and roll. Away they go, let's see who makes a good start. There comes Coronel. Tries to cut him, in fact it's Bernani who comes through. Bernani is going to go second, is he? Oriola's on the inside on the curbs, Oriola's going to run out wide, so will Bernani. Coronel and Dudicalo looking to go through the 2 red and white cars. It is Oriola who's second. It's Dudicalo, no, it's Tarquini who is third, not Coronel, and Dudicalo, Tarquini and Dudicalo, Tarquini up to third, and the case is on. Championship leader, a really major blow. Time on the right rear door, so there was contact with somebody, as is inevitable. Hunt is ahead of Menu and Muller, and that's great news for Rob Hunt. Stayed and got in front of him on Muller. So it is Dasday who leads. Oriola top in second place, rather. Top independent is Dasday. Oriola in second. Tarquini third. Then Bernani defending from Dudicalo. Dudicalo can't get it done. Up to 6th already. I've got a sense that Dudicalo might be easy pickings in the next half lap. It's 7 yellow flags around there. I'm over to sector 2. Between 1 and 2 is where sector 2 starts. The hill, do you? Where is Michelitz's car off? Not seeing yet. He knows identify which gravel trap he's in. Look how dusty it is when somebody goes offline and picks up the dirt. Dasday, he's definitely, Harry, trying to get away fast here, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going
time of the race for anyone in sector 2 where the yellow flags are out. And Formula 1 that'll be an automatic penalty. Not an automatic penalty necessarily here. You have to be careful. You're supposed to look where there are yellow flags, not just pay attention. You're actually supposed to slow down off racing speed. Well, we're looking forward now at Aluminium. Rob Hunt right in front of him. Up in a tough position here because, of course, many of them want to make progress. Hunt's the one who has to force his way through between Bernani and Dudicalo. As we saw in race 1, Bernani and Dudicalo do not spend much time apart.
It's also difficult for Rob because if he goes to make a move and doesn't manage to make a move, is that Dudicalo in the background?
Yes, it was. Dudicalo ran wide. Just noticing that Oriola set the fastest last sector to close right up on Dasday. Tarquini's Bernani's Hunt is fifth, and in the background, Boardman with his teammate, or his Seat rival, let's say, Rocky Yoshimoto, and still wheel to wheel. Oh, no, it's not, it's Tiago. Sorry, white car with black centre. I was thinking it was Yoshimoto Seat. It's not, that's further back. It is Tiago who is battling with the special tuning Seat. Tiago 11, Tom in 12, looking back at him there. Up into 13th in front of Martin Cherky. Alex McDowell looking strong as well, just in front of them. Make a great move up the grid from his starting position, Alex, but he's staying away at the bottom of the top 10. Okay. Yeah. Next question. Choose from Montero. Was that a Montero on board? Wasn't Tarquini or Muller? It was further back.
Possibly
Something out is having a look at the lead. Stefano Daste under real pressure onto the straight. Oriola almost opening up into turn 8. The BMW is very defensive. Daste does not have the speed. Oriola does. And here comes Tarquini, who can smell blood in the water. Coronel, incidentally, who was your bet for a win here, is way down the order. Maybe that was Coronel's on board then.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe he's, if he's got it decided there.
Coronel in 19th place, so they're going to have to top this up. Is that Tom's on board? Daste just holding on from Oriola, but Tarquini is there, Bernardi, and here come Huff and Menu and Muller. One of these cars that Huff can get by without leaving the door open behind him for Menu and Muller to follow is extra points for Huffy. And so he'll be looking really determinedly to try and pick up a place, but at the moment, the 3 RML Chevrolets not quite close enough to challenge the BMW in front of Mehdi Benani for that 4th place. Daste slowly realised the advantage over Oriola. Can't be too many more laps where Oriola's tyres are going to be the equal of those on Daste's BMW. Daste may just have survived 25 races. Daste, Oriola got very close to taking the lead a couple of laps ago, and Harry, it does look as though Daste has really slightly right on the edge there, right to the top of the hill. Turn 7 left-handed to the beginning of turn 8. The car really steps out on him. It doesn't like making that transition.
I wonder if you made a mistake before when Oriola looked like he got up the inside.
It was probably a more exaggerated version of what we just saw, I think. So many things to watch in the queue, we always almost inevitably end up watching the car that's not doing something instead of the car that is. That's looking at cars in 7th place. A couple of tenths between any of these cars. Continue pushing. They are now right with Benani. He's right up behind the BMW. Daste, Oriola, the red and white car, Tarquini in 3rd. The further you get up the order, the bigger the points gain over rivals who are behind you. It just sort of increases as you go up the order. So every place is really worth fighting for. And here comes Huff. He's having a little look. He's having a concerted little look, making sure he keeps the door shut on the inside while letting Benani know he's definitely there or thereabouts.
I think if he makes Benani go defensive or possibly pushing him in the mistake, I think that's probably what Rob's trying to do there, rather than put himself in a compromised position.
2 things Rob can't afford to do. Touch Benani so that the BMW spins out in one of those situations, because that's a guaranteed drive. He knows it, you know it, I know it. The other thing is, he can't miscue a touch. Dunica Tarquini just hit that tyre stack, didn't he, with the Seat?
Yeah, I think so.
He can't miscue a move, because then any of that particular move will go straight back and like he's stood still.
Yeah, exactly. It's a difficult position to be in, because he has to figure out the head out there.
I think Tarquini took the cover off the mirror or something. There was a big red light flicked up there. It doesn't seem to come in the back. Really going desperately deep there in that turn. Did you see the smoke coming off that tyre? He is worried about Benani. He is really worried about Benani. Because we see him. Come on, please. It's Benani. But probably in an Italian accent rather than something that comes from the swampy area. What is that? On board here with Thiago Montero. Is this the same onboard that we were watching getting into the back of Ensa? I do think into Miklic. I do think it is.
Yeah, I think it is. You're right.
Fastest first sector of the race from Ivan Muller last time round on the back of that Chevy Trio. Huff is sticking his nose out. I wonder if Huff is worrying a little bit about temperature. Just cooling the engine perhaps as he comes down the straight.
That's interesting that all three Chevrolets there were fast. Ivan just did the fastest lap of the race, where on lap 10 in the race one, they were, you know, good second off the pace.
Well, also Darrell Young just setting his fastest first sector of the race on that last lap as well. So it's not just the blue Chevys that are going well, the yellow and white ones also quick. Alex McDowell just ahead of this little battle. As you look inside the Yas Honda garage, there outside is Thiago Monteiro, working hard to try and move by Franz Engsler and get back into the points for 10th, and a slide from Engsler there, really drilling the throttle out of 8, and it just crested the rise and the tail drifted out a little. Doesn't give Thiago enough of a run. Here comes Tarquini now. Is that a defensive move, or is he suggesting to Pepe Oriola that it's time to poop or get off the seat? Tarquini looks like he could go quicker. Definitely looks like he could go quicker now. Well, Harry, you did say race one far less. I mean, actually, there's any number of touring cars that had far less carnage than race one last year, because race one last year, turn one last year, was an absolute disaster area, turn 1 and 2 for half a dozen cars. But again, everybody really minding their P's and Q's here.
Not really been that much going on, really, except for the first lap. It's kind of fairly stagnant, I'd say. It's a shame. I mean, this circuit kind of creates this sort of racing because of the nature of the corners.
Well, we are still only halfway through. Lots of time to raise its ugly head, particularly for the front-wheel drive cars, you might suspect. There is the black car on top, right behind him, Darrell Young. Right behind him, Alberto Cecchi, and in the background, behind Coronel, James Nash was again defending from Fernando Moncho, Charles Eng, and Tom Chilton in that queue as well. Oh, and that was yeah, really. See, yellow and white set. I'm going, oh, there's Darrell. Of course, it's not Darrell. It is Darrell's car. But it's not Darrell Young anymore. He's in that white and yellow car. Right in the middle of this battle for 12th place. Of course, particularly for the independents, it's not about your overall position as much as your position compared to your independent trophy championship rivals.
Yeah, exactly. There's no point there's no point getting your nose dirty, and that really you don't need to if you're ahead of your rival. That's the key thing for the independents.
Now let's do some maths while this mainly visual sketch continues. Norbert Mikulec started this race 20 points in front of Pepe Oriola. Top independent in the race is Stefano D'Aste, 10 points for him. Second place, Pepe Oriola, 8 points for him. So he, if he stays where he is, will close the gap on Mikulec to 12 points, not the 25 that it was at the beginning of the weekend. That's how important a weekend this could end up being. There are the two Fords, Nash, oh no, it's not the two Fords, it is Nash and Monche, and then Charles Eng, and Tom Chilton is just behind them with Hiroki Yoshimoto. James Nash doing a lot of defending this weekend. So the Ford Focus could definitely do with some useful horsepower, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of head scratching going on over the weekend.